Right now, the future of Monona is in the hands of its voters. What's at stake this election for the city and the residents there? Plus, how an order from the governor is launching an effort to attract more caregivers for the elderly and those with disabilities across Wisconsin. And see the emotional reunifications on the tarmac as 3 Americans are brought back home in a prisoner swap with Russia. It's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. The city of Monona is joining the countless others in the state forming referenda for their ballots this November. But as the city administrator told our Armand Rahman, this operational referendum for the city is more unique.
Officials say Monona is a small city with some big city challenges, and that's why they went to their residents to see how they'd feel about a referendum to continue the city services they've been getting. Over half of residents surveyed supported a $3 million referendum to address a growing demand for city services, growing operation expenses, and a staff turnover rate of more than 22% in 2023. Historically, the average turnover rate has been 1 to 4% per year. Without a referendum, City Administrator Nick Stechschulte says there will need to be significant cuts.
In our Parks Department, our library, our senior center, our other, our administrative staff, reducing operating hours, reducing staff in some of those departments, reducing the frequency of something like garbage pickup. Instead of weekly, it goes every other week. I mean, these are going to be things that residents would definitely notice.
The plan promises to increase city staff wages. According to third-party data, more than half of Monona's city positions studied were below the minimum recommended wage. The referendum would also fund garbage and recycling collection through 2029.
I think we're probably the first of several communities, though, that are looking at this problem. Going forward, it probably won't be a very unique thing.
Monona City Council will read through an initial draft of a referendum question on Monday night, but they won't take any action at that time. Reporting in Monona, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Wisconsin will soon raise wages for workers providing care to the elderly and those with disabilities. An executive order signed by Governor Tony Evers directs the State Department of Health Services to spend an already allocated $258 million towards 3 different Medicaid programs. DHS estimates it'll give a 15% increase to home care services and a 40% increase to services provided at residential facilities. The money could also help attract and retain workers.
They're very excited. There has been some prospects of if we don't get this funding, or if, as the costs continue to increase, and if the funding does not increase with that, there could be potentially some closures all across the state.
Now, Governor Evers also says these funds are critical. He says, quote, our healthcare workers have faced significant challenges these past few years, and these investments will go a long way toward helping make sure workers receive the support and fair compensation they deserve. A live look at the Beltline on this Friday night at John Nolan Drive. After some stormy weather earlier in the week, the weekend should stay mostly dry. That's good if you're planning to get outdoors. Meteorologist Blaze Keller now with the details on the patio and his first warn forecast.
That's right. It is looking like a very pleasant Saturday. Sunday, for the most part, will probably be pleasant temperature-wise, but we are going to add back a little bit more cloud cover, especially compared to what we're expecting on Saturday, which is plenty of sunshine, along with a couple chances for showers and thunderstorms into the second half of your Sunday. But quiet as we wrap up your work week. Temperatures, though, still rather mild for this time of year and this time of day. It's 80 in La Crosse, but here across southern Wisconsin, it's 77 in Monroe, 71 in Middleton, 72 in Sun Prairie. You just saw there across southern Wisconsin, we're in the low to mid 70s. So we need to make sure that we're staying cool as we go into your Friday night, whether that's a fan or the AC, just to make sure that your body isn't getting overheated overnight. Future Track walking us throughout your Saturday. Even though we'll see light northerly winds and maybe some morning fog, we stay generally quiet. A few afternoon clouds can't be ruled out as we head into the afternoon, I would say mid to late afternoon hours. Clouds, though, move in as we go overnight. You're seeing it there kind of about 10:30, beginning to creep into the northwestern parts of our viewing area. That is our next chance for showers and maybe a few thunderstorms arriving for Sunday. So we'll track that out, and the cool down that arrives next week in the full forecast.
All right, Blaze, thank you. Brand new at 10, an 81-year-old Illinois man was found dead in rural Arena after authorities say he fell off a tractor. The Iowa County 911 Center received a report at 1 this afternoon of a dead man lying next to a tractor along Amaker Hollow Road. Authorities learned the man was maintaining trails on private property when he lost control and was thrown from the tractor. He died at the scene. More than a month after Devontae Mitchell was killed outside a Milwaukee hotel, his death has officially been ruled a homicide. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office says Mitchell died from restraint asphyxia and toxic effects of cocaine and methamphetamine. He was pinned down outside the Hyatt Regency by security guards in an incident caught on video. He later died. Mitchell's friends and family say he was suffering from a mental health episode at the time. The 4 security guards involved have since been fired. It's unclear if the Milwaukee County DA will pursue criminal charges. A woman accused of poisoning her husband by putting barbiturates in his coffee will go to prison for 3 years. 51-year-old Amanda Chapin of Lafayette County pleaded no contest in June to 1 felony count of first-degree recklessly endangering safety. Her then-husband, Gary, fell into a coma in August of 2022. His son told police that Gary, a veterinarian, kept barbiturates at home for euthanizing animals. Gary eventually awoke from his coma, telling detectives Amanda had poisoned his coffee multiple times that summer. Next at 10, cleanup underway at a Fitchburg park after its basketball court was vandalized. A News 3 Now viewer sent us this photo of the court at Western Hills Park. That's located just off Whitney Way. It appears someone drove over the court. You can see some tiles out of place, some tire markings there as well. Park staff say this is the second time the court has been vandalized in recent weeks. There is no timeline for its reopening. Turning now to the November election, the Democratic National Committee says Vice President Kamala Harris has now officially secured enough delegates to be the party's presidential nominee. The Harris campaign live streamed the moment during virtual voting. The delegates put her over the top with 2,350 votes.
I'm happy to know that we have enough delegates to secure the nomination. And later this month, we will gather in Chicago, united as one party, where we're going to have an opportunity to celebrate this historic moment together.
The DNC starts 2 weeks from next Monday. News 3 Now will be there bringing you live coverage during all 4 days of the convention from Chicago. You see our coverage then, both on air and online. This afternoon, the Secret Service hosted a press conference giving more transparency regarding the attempted assassination nearly 3 weeks ago of former President Donald Trump. Sherelle Hubbard has the story.
Take a look at what happened.
July 13th, 2024. It's the day an attempt was made on former President Donald Trump's life.
This was a mission failure.
A failure they say can never be repeated. 20-year-old would-be assassin Thomas Matthew Crooks trying to shoot and kill the former president from a rooftop.
That roof line should have been covered. We should have had better eyes on that.
Ronald Rowe is the acting U.S. Secret Service director. Former Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle was initially defiant just a week after the attack at a hearing before the House Oversight Committee.
My first question, both sides of the aisle today have asked for your resignation. Would you like to use my 5 minutes to draft your resignation letter, yes or no? No, thank you.
But ultimately did resign amid pressure from lawmakers. The shooting left one rally-goer dead, others injured, and Trump's ear hit. His bandaged ear becoming a symbol of inspiration for his supporters. Friday's press conference did not come with many new revelations about the assassination attempt, but rather an olive branch to the American people.
Every single person within the Secret Service feels the weight of what happened.
In hopes of turning a new page.
And we will earn back your trust.
The acting director said the Secret Service is gearing up for the Democratic National Convention later this month. Sherelle Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Next at 10, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has revoked a plea deal for the alleged mastermind and co-conspirators of the 9/11 terror attacks. It comes just 2 days after the Pentagon announced the deal with Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, more commonly known as KSM, and 2 other defendants accused of planning the attacks. In a memo tonight, Secretary Austin said the responsibility for such a significant decision should, quote, rest with me, unquote. The plea deal would have sent KSM and the 2 other defendants for life in exchange for pleading guilty to conspiracy charges. Shortly after we went off the air last night at 10, the plane carrying former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich, and Russian-American journalist Alsu Kurmashev landed at Joint Base Andrews. The trio included in an historic prisoner swap with Russia. Whelan was hugged by his sister Elizabeth after stepping off the plane. Gershkovich greeted first by his mother, who gave him a big hug while he lifted her off her feet. Russia accused him of espionage and sentenced him to 16 years in prison. Just 2 weeks ago, Karamshev ran to embrace her daughters and husband after speaking to President Biden and Vice President Harris. The president and vice president both spoke about the importance of bringing these Americans home.
This is about the essence of who we are as a country. It really is about personal relationships. It's about family. It's about being able to have access to the people you love and you adore.
This is an incredible day. You can see it in the families, in their eyes and in their cries.
Now, Whalen, who'd been detained for more than 5.5 years after traveling to Russia for a wedding, spoke about having his freedom back.
You know, it didn't feel real until we were flying over England. I'm a British citizen, Irish citizen, Canadian, and American. So as we came over England and I looked down, you know, that's when it became real. Getting off the plane, seeing the president, the vice president, that was nice. It was a good homecoming.
The swap happened despite relations between Washington and Moscow being at their lowest point since the Cold War after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The helmet worn by a Wisconsin man killed during the Vietnam War is now back home, still ahead at 10. The headgear that was missing for decades until a father and son in England found it. We followed their journey to return it to its rightful owners.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Ford F-Series, gas, hybrid, or all-electric. These are the deals you've been waiting for. So don't wait. Make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now. Make it Flex Buy on a new Ford F-150 and get 0.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $2,000 Flex Buy cash only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
What's your MO?
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying...
He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win.
How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Outlets at the Dells, an attraction not to be missed. With over 60 of the world's biggest brands, we thrill family vacationers, trendsetters, and all who love a smoking hot discount. We're all about the thrill of the deal, the joy of finding the thing you forgot to pack, the backpack that the kids really, really want, the sneakers that make PE class the most awesome, and the discounts that no one else can touch. Get the first day look they want and save up to 70% off on everything for back to school. Visit outletsatthedells.com for coupon and details.
You can visibly eliminate wrinkles and under eye bags in 10 minutes with results that last up to 10 hours without needles and without surgery. Plexiderm does it for only $14.95. Visit plexidermtrial.com.
A truck crash can be life-changing. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We have a powerful team with the knowledge, resources, and history of results you'll need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show.
Chelsea Handler has had it. I have people I want to be alone with, and I can't do that with my family. What kind of people you want to be alone with? You know what I'm talking about.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Brand new tonight, Aerosmith has played its final show. The band announcing tonight on social media they are retiring from touring, citing lead singer Steven Tyler's vocal cord injury. The rock group rescheduled dozens of shows for its Peace Out Farewell tour because of that injury to the 76-year-old Tyler. But those shows won't be played anymore. In a statement on Instagram, the group saying in part, quote, "It has been the honor of our lives to have our music become a part of yours. Now, you won't have to look very hard to find the inaugural Art on Main Festival in Cambridge. The two-day event started this morning with artists taking over the villages downtown. Drive up and down Main Street and you'll see vendors selling their art both inside and outside of stores. You'll also find plein air painters downtown and city parks as well, coming up with fresh creations. If you see something that speaks to you, well, you might just be able to end up taking it home.
The plein air painting continues until 2 o'clock, and then we'll set up for the judging ceremony. And then after the judging ceremony takes place, you can purchase paintings live from the painter, commission free, so the artist gets all of the money.
And Art on Main continues through 4 p.m. tomorrow throughout downtown Cambridge. And the historic Stoughton Opera House celebrating its upcoming 24-25 season lineup. Tickets go on sale Monday to members 2 weeks before the general public. Getting your tickets then is the best way to guarantee a spot since the theater seats just 475 people. This season's lineup includes performances with T-Bone Burnett, Asleep at the Wheel, Los Lobos, and many others.
Just fantastic musicians that are coming through. And I always say, like, take a chance on something you've never seen before, because we're building an experience here. And memberships are as low as $25 all the way to however generous you feel, because it all backs and supports the Opera House and the arts.
And you'll have to wait until Monday, August 19th to get tickets if you're not a member. To sign up for a membership, visit StoughtonOperaHouse.com. Now to a feel-good story out of Manitowoc, where the helmet worn by a fallen U.S. soldier who fought in Vietnam was returned to his family. It had been missing for decades. Preston Stober tells us the story behind this headgear handoff.
This helmet was worn by Jeffrey Rupp when he was killed in the Vietnam War in 1969. Decades later, in 2022, the helmet was found in a thrift shop in England by Tony and Hugo Booth.
I've just been keeping it safe until we've been able to give it back.
The father and son duo say they don't know how it got to the small island of Guernsey in the English Channel from Vietnam.
I remember the Vietnam War. I was 6 when Jeff Rupp was killed.
After being interviewed on TV in England about the helmet, they say one of Rupp's family members here in Wisconsin saw it and got in contact with them. Now, they were finally able to return it to the family and Jeffrey's nephew, Dave Rupp.
I think everybody just assumed that it was gone and never coming back.
The men from England met Rupp's family last weekend in Manitowoc, and Jeffrey Rupp's helmet returned home.
It was just meant to be. They're fantastic people. They got to meet all my friends. My friends now no longer call them the helmet people.
But their trip wasn't over. I joined Tony and Hugo when they made their way to Jeffrey's gravesite in Eden.
To lose my brother would be for me very soul destroying.
The final item that traveled with them was this red rock from the shores of Guernsey to be laid at the gravesite.
Jeffrey Rupp.
Thank you, brother.
Rest in peace. Families that are still feeling the pain of the Vietnam War. I hope we brought some comfort to this one family out of those 58,200.
They say their journey was all in honor of the late Private First Class Jeffrey Rupp.
Till my dying day, this will be up there as one of the best experiences in my life.
In an extra special touch to the story, Tony and Hugo say they didn't have a way to get to Jeffrey Rupp's grave. That was until the hotel manager who heard their story about the helmet decided to drive them there himself. Last night, firefighters in central Wisconsin rescued a man from his truck after it became submerged by floodwaters at a county park. The man, a 64-year-old park employee, was trying to close the gates to Northwood County Park and Campground to prevent motorists from crossing the Yellow River, but his vehicle was swept away by the water. Crews with the Richfield Rural Fire used an inflatable raft to reach his vehicle and pulled him to safety. So how's the first warn forecast as we head to the weekend? Meteorologist Blaze Keller joins us with the answer.
And it's looking pretty nice, especially on your Saturday. If you want to get out and about, Saturday is going to be the day over the weekend, because Sunday we're going to add a little bit more cloud cover, as well as a chance for maybe some scattered showers and thunderstorms. And then we're going to be watching a better chance for rain on Monday before cooler air is ushered in as we go into your next work week. It's quiet on Radar 3000. We didn't feel it this morning, but actually well off to our northeast, just to the east of Sturgeon Bay in Lake Michigan. Earlier this morning, near 3 on the Richter scale, earthquake was recorded. So kind of interesting to report that even here this far north, where we don't normally feel earthquakes, They recorded one just outside of Sturgeon Bay. We obviously didn't feel that, but it was a beautiful day here across southern Wisconsin. Plenty of sunshine as temperatures still continue to linger in those 70s, 80 in La Crosse, 74 in Boscobel, Platteville, 77 in Monroe, and 73 in Janesville. Into Dane County, a lot of us hanging right around 72 degrees. Clear skies for the most part, turning maybe partly cloudy the further we go into the overnight hours. Patchy fog is going to be possible. We're going to hang out in the upper 60s tonight. So make sure that you are staying cool as we go into your final hours of Friday. Going into the weekend, it is going to be a hot and humid one, especially on your Saturday. Future Track walking us through Saturday. Even though we have these northerly winds, plenty of sunshine is going to allow our temperatures to climb into those upper 80s, even approaching a few low 90s along the Wisconsin River. And then we watch as clouds start to move on in. This is our first rain chance as we go into your Sunday, but the best rain chance is actually going to be on Monday. We've got an area of high pressure overhead, and it's going to be slowly pushed south and eastward, though we're not really going to lose the influence of this high pressure system. It's just going to weaken a little bit, and that's going to allow that rain chance. As we go into your Sunday evening, that's probably the best chance that we're going to have to see those scattered showers and thunderstorms. But on Monday, a large area of low pressure is going to scoot through the Midwest, bringing us that heavier rain as we go into your Monday. A few scattered showers and thunderstorms could be expected, to say the least, as we go into your Monday afternoon. But a lot of that heavier rain looks to stay north of at least the Dells for now. And that is going to then usher in some cooler air when that low pressure system moves on out of here. Watch as our temperatures drop from about 6-7 degrees above average to below average by a degree, and then about 5 to 6 degrees below average, mid-70s for high temperatures as we go into next week. And for folks who don't like the heat and humidity, there's some good news. The cooler than average air looks to stick around as we go into the middle of August. The darker the blue or red indicates the better chance for cooler or warmer than average temperatures. So as we continue sitting that blue, we have about a 40 to 50% chance of staying cooler than average. Tomorrow, if you're going to be hitting up the Dane County Farmers Market, whether it's right as it starts or kind of towards the closing time, plenty of sunshine. Again, make sure that you are staying cool and hydrated. 7-day forecast calling for, as I just mentioned, cooler temperatures next week. A couple chances for rain there Monday, Tuesday, and then maybe a scattered shower or thunderstorm Wednesday and Thursday of next week.
And coming up in sports, Phoebe Bacon was this close to winning a medal. The finish that earned her a 4th place finish is next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Drive into summer with the rugged Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Summer is for exploring, so get outdoors, kick up some dust, get muddy, or just find that perfect campsite. All from Honda, the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer event.
Joe Biden put Kamala Harris in charge of the border.
We have a secure border.
On Kamala's watch, illegal border crossings hit record highs. Criminal illegal aliens are murdering Americans. Cartels are poisoning kids. And illegals are receiving taxpayer benefits and putting more burdens on hardworking taxpayers.
We have a secure border.
Kamala Harris is dishonest and dangerous. Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Earn now, spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Blaine's Bucks event. Now through August 11th, rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store. Redeemable just like cash August 15th through the 28th. Start earning today on 40-pound bags of Blaine's Wild Bird Food, $16.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. Cadet Dog Treats, buy one, get one free for rewards members. Plus, get a free $5 gift card with every $50 pet purchase. Start earning Blaine's Bucks now to spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
We went with the website nuts.com because nuts and dried fruit and pretzels and trail mix and gummies and chocolate and espresso beans and malted milk balls and crackers and popcorn and sesame sticks and veggie chips and energy squares and fudge and jelly beans and seeds and rock candy and saltwater taffy and dried berries and fruit leather and bars and jerky and a whole lot more .com was already taken. Get 20% off and free shipping on your first order at nuts.com. Yes, we have more than nuts, but still the website is just nuts.com.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. It's time you discovered Power Swabs. Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first 5-minute application. Better yet, after a week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Go online to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. Plus, get free shipping.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Well, 3 words come to mind when you think of the Wisconsin wide receiver. Twitchy, fast, and versatile. But you could also add deep in there. That room has a bunch of guys who are ready to contribute. And it starts, of course, with Will Pauling and Bryson Green. And those 2 leaders of the Wideouts are pretty excited 4 practices in because they're seeing a confident bunch that's ready to make big-time plays.
When the offense, like the back of our hand, being able to call things, check the things, it's so much easier, and we're all more confident when we're out there on the field. So I think that showed up in spring ball and even just at the beginning of fall camp.
We have so many guys in the room that are so talented. We have a lot more depth in the room, and at that depth, along with the confidence we have now, I feel like the sky's the limit for this group, and I'm excited for the first game. I'm excited for the season to get here because I know I know what we're capable of, and I'm confident that if we're going to work every day here in fall camp, and it's going to play out.
Still crazy to think that Joe Pavelski won't be playing hockey next season. After 18 years in the NHL, the former Badger called it a career, even though he still hasn't said the word retire yet. The Pride of Plover was doubted every step of the way. 7th-round draft picks aren't supposed to do what he did. Just don't mention that to Mark Johnson, who watched Pavelski grow up on the ice.
People always say, well, he's not fast enough, he's not big enough, he's not strong enough. But I say, well, the only problem he has is he scores goals. And so, you know, you go to junior A and be, junior A hockey player of the year. Come to, well, you can't play college because you're not this, and that. And, you come in and, win a national championship. And then, well, you certainly can't play pro. And he put up numbers that are remarkable.
I feel like I got a whole lot more out of this game than I could give it. With the people you met and the experiences I got to share with friends and family and teammates. So looking forward to it.
The Brewers opening up a 3-game series in the nation's capital. Tied at 3 in the 6th. Bases juiced for Blake Perkins, and he comes up clutch. The base knock scores 2 as the Brewers go on to win 8-3 the final. We're back after this.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, The discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, ProAdjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This is America's border czar, and she's failed us. Under Harris, over 10 million illegally here. 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl. Brutal migrant crimes. And ISIS now here.
Do you have any plans to visit the border? You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Kamala Harris, failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. Trust your home with RG Heating and AC.
It's the Great Grill Out Sale at Hy-Vee this Friday through Sunday. Bacon wrapped sirloins just $2.99. Whole boneless pork loin just $1.98 a pound. Chicken breast just $2.48 a pound. Fresh ground chuck just $3.99 a pound. 8-ounce pork loin butterfly chops or America's chops, 3 for just $4. And our special recipe brats or patties, 8 for just $12, plus a 16-cent fuel saver. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now, weekend mornings, moving forward.
And Blaze has a final check.
And plenty of sunshine for your Saturday, upper 80s to low 90s, not only Saturday, but Sunday as well. But we'll see a chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms Sunday, a little bit more cloud cover too. Better chance for rain, though, arrives on Monday and Tuesday. And that ushers in a cool down, mid-70s starting Tuesday through that following weekend.
All right, get out there and enjoy the weekend, folks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.